John Eats Cheap. Got another Wildtree meal we're going to do. The first one we had was fantastic. It was shrimp and sausage and green beans. This one, this sounded so great. I've never had Ethiopian brisket stew, but doesn't that sound great? Look at that, the veggies and brisket. It's all ready to go. We just need to follow the directions. Mrs. Cheap, you want to do this one?
Sure.
I think this will probably be easier.
Okay.
What's it say?
Thaw freezer bag completely. That's done.
It's thawed.
Okay.
It's in there.
Transfer freezer bag contents into a slow cooker.
There's our slow cooker. That thing's seen a lot of use. We'll clean that up a little bit. All right, careful, don't splatter. It's all going in there.
Is it gonna fit?
Oh yeah, it'll fit. It'll fit.
I'll step out. Wait, I'm making this
I'm
one,
sorry.
honey.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's brisket meat. Oh yeah. Look at that. It's in nice big chunks, so it'll shred up real good when it's done.
Scrape out all this stuff.
This may be the only way to get me to eat kale. Boy, that smells good.
It does. It smells great. Okay. And cook on low for 6 hours or high for 4 hours.
So that's all we do is dump it in and turn it on. I will say, don't forget to make sure it's plugged in. That's a John Eats Cheap tip. It's happened to us a couple of times. 6 hours later, forgot to plug it in.
So we're going to go on high,
We're going to go on high. Yeah, we'll check it after 4 hours. It is plugged in. So there we go. That was easy. Look at that. Less than 2 minutes and dinner is prepared and just waiting to go.
And I did it.
Yeah, Mrs. Cheap, way to go.
Much easier than the risotto.
Yeah. 4 hours later, the Ethiopian brisket stew has been in the crock pot. 4 hours on high. I will tell you, it smells wonderful. Carrots, tomato. I'm going to give it a stir. I'm guessing with that brisket, it's probably going to have to cook a little bit more. Brisket's one of the toughest meats you can get. Oh yeah, there's onion in there. You know what this reminds me of, Mrs. Cheap, is our great dish we make that we'll have to do sometime because it is cheap and tasty, is all-in-one in a crock pot. Well, that's close to tender enough. You know what, though? We're going to let it cook another hour. Oh, I so just want to dig in, though. Look at that gravy. And it even has green stuff in it, and it looks good. All right. It's okay. We're not ready for dinner yet anyway. Ethiopian brisket stew. It's been on for 6 hours. And I'm thinking it's done. It's bubbly. It smells fantastic. Now, one thing I am going to do, because this brisket that's chunked up, as you can see, the fat cap is on it. Fat is flavor. So the flavor is cooked out of it. So I'm just going to, look how easy this comes off. Just like that. Ooh, got a little meat there. But so see, I'm just going to take the little fat cap. These are good big chunks of brisket. So I'm just going to take that off, just like that. Very easy. And then we'll shred that up. There it is, Wildtree Ethiopian brisket stew. It smells fantastic. It looks great. And I mean, there were 2 steps in the direction. That is so easy. I've never had Ethiopian. And when I was cooking it, I thought it looked awful soupy, but wow, it's really a stew consistency. It smells so good. So hot. Oh, that is very good. And you know what? I mean, there's enough here. It's crock pot full. This will feed 6. And this would be, I mean, you want to stretch it out. You want to feed 10 or 12. Put it over rice. You could put some potatoes in it. You could add any veggies you have. left over in the fridge. Some celery or zucchini, something like that. Very good, very thick, very hearty, and great spices. I've never had Ethiopian spices. I'm like entering new territory here. And I'm eating kale. Per serving, 330 calories, 21 grams of carbs. I mean, that's 330 calories for a, and this is probably less than a full serving because there's 6 servings in this crock. That's very good, and this will be very good for lunch. Like I said, you could put it over quinoa or rice too to stretch it out, and it would be very good. I'm very impressed. Ethiopian brisket stew. We're 2 for 2 on these meals from Wildtree. Liking them for the ease of preparation, and the taste is fantastic. If you want to see what all the food looks like, and I mean, it looks just like the picture too, follow John Eats Cheap on Instagram. Lots of great pictures. We call it food porn. It's good stuff. John Eats Cheap. Thanks for watching.